Hi guys, I just got a little video for you today. Now, if you are currently a subscriber or you know me, guys, and obviously you know as well from the boxes behind me that I'm currently going for a move. So the plan is that I'm going to run out probably the 03-04 season, and then once I've moved into my new house, got settled in there, then I will likely be releasing a new save, which is probably looking around the middle of July. But what I wanted to do is bring it to you guys to help me choose basically what do you want me to see me do, because there's hundreds of teams in Football Manager, and I'm not quite sure exactly what save I want to do right now. But yeah, I just wanted to go through it and see if you guys could help me. Just give me some advice, your thoughts. Obviously I'm going to tell you which clubs I'm thinking about, the reasons why I'm thinking about them, and then if you guys could obviously leave your comments with which team you would like me to manage in my next save, why you want that team, and if I haven't mentioned any teams that you think would be suitable, then again leave them in the comment section, guys. I really appreciate your feedback on that. If there's one that stand out, then potentially I might pick that over mine, but at the moment the teams that I'm going to read out are the ones that I've looked into a little bit, and I've either managed them before and really enjoyed it, or I've always wanted to manage them, or they're sort of like my team from that country. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start reading out the teams that I potentially might be, while I have chosen them, and I hope you obviously can help me make that decision. Another way to help me make decisions as well is hit that like button, guys. Nice one. Only joking. But if you're new to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe. For you current subscribers, thank you for following me and any advice you've given me already. One thing I did forget to say is that if you want to follow me on Discord, then you can chat to me and some of the other guys in the group. It's a really good group in there. I know that Medi in the group is probably going to be more biased to one of the ideas for a team that I've got. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord and have a chat, and even if you want to leave your comments in there of who you think I should be, then I'll be happy to obviously listen to your comments. So yeah, so let's get into it. So the first club that I'm thinking about doing is Real Madrid. Obviously, Real Madrid are a massive, massive club. They're the biggest club in the world. The majority of people, when they're young footballers, have a dream of playing for Real Madrid. There's even been a movie made about a player wanting to play for Real Madrid and making that dream, and it's FIFA. They've done a story mode on that as well. So Real Madrid are like that ultimate club that everyone wants to be, and the club that everyone obviously wants to play for. But I've not really seen any Football Manager content where someone's been Real Madrid. Maybe because it's too obvious, but I think it'd be a good challenge because obviously. Currently, they've had a poor season. I think they're third in the league. They're struggling. They're not the Galacticos like they used to be, where every season they used to sign a big player, which they have done to a degree, but the Real Madrid side is not like the old Real Madrid sides, where you had like Ronaldos and Figos and RAUL and players like that. It's not like that anymore. David Beckham's, can't forget David Beckham. But obviously that's one of the reasons why I think it'd be good, because obviously I'll have preferably unlimited money. I could buy the best players out there. You guys would be able to see the best players out there as well. Potentially we'd have a bit of money to gamble with some of the younger ones to see if they turn out as good as they potentially could be. But another positive of that side is the fact that there will be so much pressure, and it's like playing in the games when you've won the league in the first season and then everyone's trying to beat you. That's what it's going to be like every single game. Everyone's going to be trying to beat you, but hopefully it would be entertaining because you could play attacking, dominating football every single game. And that sort of ties in with the second team that I was thinking about from Spain, and that is obviously the Real Madrid's rivals in Barcelona, because much for the same things. A lot of clubs want to play with them. They've got they've got an IP of the way that they play football, tick-attacker football. Can we represent that? Can we change Barcelona's style? I saw a video recently where was it on Joe? Joe Media, I think, where they done it, where they basically put Roy Hodgson into Barcelona to see if he could change. I think it was Roy Hodgson anyway. But obviously that's what they done, and it seemed interesting. But one other thing that you could do, there was a couple of scenarios I was thinking of potentially throwing into one of these saves as well. Again, guys, leave your comments in there, where either we start as a club with a transfer ban for 1, 3, 5, 10, 20 years, where we can't buy any players. We literally have to develop our own players. Or it'd be a case where we can only buy young players, or only buy players from whatever country we're playing in. So we go for sort of like a bit like Atletico Bilbao, where they only buy local lads, but obviously this is local for the whole country. So Barcelona is another team that I was looking at. Let me know what you guys think. The next country I wanted to look at is France. Now, there's 2 clubs in France that I potentially would want to be. The first one being Saint-Etienne. Now, I've done one of the challenges a few years ago on the game where you had to win with a youth squad, and I've done it with Saint-Etienne, and I absolutely loved that save. Another reason for liking Saint-Etienne, I like the colour of their kits, so I like the colour green, so that ties in nicely as well. And then in the past they've had some great players, some great youth players that have gone on to the game, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang being one of the most recent ones that has stood out. But another one, there's a player that Arsenal are currently interested in, and his name has defied me now. I can't think of his name. What is it? William Saliba, that's the one. William Saliba, we're looking into signing him for Arsenal in real life. So it'd be interesting to see what that player is like. Can he develop into a quality player? Can we keep him if he is a quality player? So that is another club that I wanted. Saint-Etienne, really, really like them as a club. The other club, a Racing Club Strasbourg. Now, Strasbourg have always been a good side in France, but they've always been up and down, up and down. I looked into some information. They seem to be relegated at least once every decade. Their fans are very passionate and very demanding, and that's been one of the reasons why I think they've changed the manager 52 times in 74 years. So roughly it's a manager every year. So if we can last longer than 2 years, then that potentially could be a success in itself. But Strasbourg, that's where I believe Arsene Wenger played when he was younger as well. I believe he played for Strasbourg. But yeah, they're just a club that interests me, and one of the things is that that's sort of close to my heart as well, because obviously I'm an Arsenal fan, and this is probably the case for most fans as well, but I like bringing through homegrown players, the youth players, someone that knows the club, that's grown up at the club, and that's something very much that's in place at Strasbourg. The fans are very passionate about players coming through. And one other thing that did stand out is, well, it is sort of related. Basically, they've got this weird tradition where pretty much every year that they've won a trophy, a member of the team, whether it's been a player, a coach, a manager, has been what they call a Breton. A Breton is basically like a French Celtic person that originated from Brittany, but that came from like the west of Cornwall, Devon, South Wales area. Now, when I was younger, I used to live in Devon, and I used to live in Wales as well. So I think in some way that sort of relates to me. So again, that would be interesting to see if we could again bring them some trophies. So yeah, so that's France. The next country I wanted to look at was Germany. Now, there are some quality teams in Germany, but the two that stand out for me are Dortmund. One because of the colour. I remember I went to Italy on holiday and I bought the Dortmund shirt, which was like bright yellow, like bright yellow. I bought that for like a £5 off the Italian market. But ever since then, I've followed Dortmund because I've absolutely loved their kits. But then their kits sort of like match their style as well, because they always play with flair. So they've obviously had players like Marco Reus and Aubameyang and Thomas Rosicky. So they've always had flair, and that's again football that I like, that I can relate to. So that is one club that I would like to be in Germany. The other club would be, and this would mainly be for the kit, but the fact that Andres Janka went there and he's not done too well, and Per Mertesacker's got links as well. VfL Wolfsburg. So they've had some degree of success in the past, but nothing major. And obviously, the main teams in Germany have always been Dortmund, Leipzig, and most recently anyway, and Bayern Munich. So obviously, I want to change that and try and create a new force in Germany, and hopefully we could do that with Wolfsburg. So that's another team from Germany that I've picked. There's also the option of going to Belgium. Now, Belgium has been done before, mostly on journeyman saves, but one team that I would like to be if I'd done a Belgium save would be Anderlecht, because they have a quality youth system, and most recent years you would have seen the likes of Romelu Lukaku and Yuri Tillemans, and obviously most recently Vincent Kompany as well, who's just gone back as a player manager. All these players were youth players at Anderlecht, and obviously they've developed into quality players. So that would be one reason for wanting to try out the Belgium league, just to see if we can breed through any more of these youngsters over in Belgium. Because obviously I think work permit as well. I remember Arsenal used to have links with Belgium teams, because they used to be able to send people over to get work permits quicker. So I think Kolo Toure went on loan to someone at some point, but I can't really remember. But I think that'll be an interesting save. And there's two more countries that I do want to talk about and look at before, again, I obviously ask you guys for your opinion on that. One country being South Africa. Now, I've looked, I don't know too much about the African League. Obviously, there's like 3 teams that really stand out: Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and Sundowns. They're the ones that dominate. You can generally get some decent players from those teams in South Africa, whether they be youth or older players in their prime that have got some really good stats. But I wanted to try it a different way. I don't want to go straight into one of them sides and just dominate as they already do. I'd like to try and get one of the worst teams in the league to develop and get them challenging for the league and maybe overtaking these teams. Now, there's 3 teams that I've potentially spotted over in South Africa to see if we could do something with. And obviously I've not seen many South African leagues on FM either, which is another reason why I thought I'd try it. But the 3 teams that stand out, there's one called Black Leopard. They're ranked 15th. So if I show you South Africa now, actually, I can show you the breakdowns of obviously their stats and everything. So if we go over to that, Black Leopard's the one that stands out. Now, one reason I wanted to select these is the fact that the colour, I like the colour yellow. They got a yellow kit, they got a pink kit, they got a white kit, that's average, but the pink and the yellow stand out. They're predicted to finish 15th. Black Leopards, quality name, nice little badge there. Decent stadium, average use facility, but that is one club. They're ranked one of the worst. The other one is Baroka. They are the worst club in South Africa. They're ranked to finish bottom. I like their nickname though, Backgagger. Decent stadium, bigger than the other one, and they got a green kit as well, which, as you know, I like the colour green. And then the other one that stands out is Polokwane City. So we've got a city, first off. We've got a city that we could play in. They got a nice orange kit. They got a pretty decent badge, actually. I like that. Look, some little lions there, little football. Predicted to finish 14th as well. So, again, these are the 3 lowest teams. I don't know what their slogan is, Rise and Shine. Now, if that is not a reason to pick a club, then I don't know what is. Rise and Shine is their sign. That's their nickname, actually. Rise and Shine is their nickname. But the one thing that stood out from this club from the other 2 is the fact that they've got a 45,000 all-seater stadium. So obviously there's a lot of potential to get money with this club if we can fill it. I don't know if they fill it already. If anyone does know South African football, then let me know. But there is the potential there of getting 45,000 people in the stadium and getting some decent money. Now, I don't know how the South African League works. I don't know. Obviously, we won't be able to get into the Champions League. I'm guessing the only European competition or world competition would be the World Club Cup. I don't know if we'll take part in that or not. But it'd be interesting to see what we could do with a South African team. So that is another option. And then the last country I wanted to go to, I don't want to do an English one again because obviously we've done the Arsenal 03-04 season. So Italy is the last country, and there's two clubs from Italy that I've always had a small soft spot in my heart. For two different reasons. The first club being AC Milan, because obviously they used to dominate European football. They were an absolute powerhouse. They were brilliant to watch. They had players like Paolo Maldini and Alessandro Nesta. Defensively, very good. And I do like being very defensive. So that would be one reason to sway me back to Italy. Obviously, recently they've been really, really poor. They've not done anything in the league or in Europe. So it'd be good to try and turn that around and make AC Milan a dominating force in European football once again. It might be nice to work with even Gazidis again, because I have missed him. And I also done a brief save on my laptop as well with AC Milan, just playing around because I wanted to test out a formation. You guys might have seen that formation in my 2-game FM League. If not, then check some of the games out on there. It was a very attacking 4-3-3 formation, which I'm probably going to post on Steam as well. But that save went really, really well. I was dominating the league, and it'd be good to... I haven't even finished that. I think I've deleted it now, to be fair. But it'd be good to try that again, because I was really enjoying that, and they've got some quality players in their team. And the final club that I wanted to talk about was Parma. Now, Arsenal obviously won the Cup Winners' Cup against Parma in '93, so I've got fond memories of that. But they had some quality players back in the day. Obviously, their kit again stood out for me being yellow, but the fact that they used to have players like Thomas Brolin and Faustino Asprilla, they were really, really exciting to watch. So it'd be good to bring back that excitement back to Parma. Try and make Parma a dominating team in Europe again, a bit like Milan, but they weren't as dominating as Milan. But it would be good to see what we could do with that. I do like their kits. They kind of remind me of Leeds in a way. They're like the English version of Leeds. But they're back in Serie A now. They got promoted recently after being in the Serie B. But I believe Parma will be a good club to be, and like I say, I've always liked them. So they're the ideas of the teams that I potentially want to be, guys. I'm hoping you can help me. So like I said, if you can leave your comments down below. Out of those teams, who would you like to see me manage? If I have not mentioned the team you would like to see me manage, then please leave that in the comment section as well, because I will consider that. And guys, if we can help make this choice even easier by getting as many people to see it as possible, then please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as well if you want to see what team I choose, and obviously if you want to check out my previous content as well. So I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch the video. Thank you, guys, if you are already subscribed. Thank you for carrying on watching, and thank you in advance if you are going to subscribe. I appreciate you clicking on that subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.